everyone. Welcome, I'm Glenny with the Chilton Public Library and Inner Cognitive Yoga Studio. So here for another Mindful Movement Monday, and I thought we'd get started by just hip distance apart, shoulders up, around, down, back. Inhale, sweep your arms up, and exhale them down. I love this first thing in the morning, swim through our atmosphere. Inhaling, looking up, exhaling and bringing it down. You can look straight ahead for this, or as you're feeling more grounded, as you find your balance, you can inhale looking up to your hands as they touch overhead, and exhale, take your chin to your chest and look down towards your toes. Inhaling, looking up for length in the neck, and exhaling, looking down. Again, just linking some neck movement. And always thinking of the exhale, sort of coming down, tucking the chin, inhaling, lengthening, and let's just stay here for a moment. Hold an imaginary beach ball. So when we come up and we look at the sky, if you're feeling too cranked or too crunched in the back, think really about inhaling, drawing a line with your nose, looking up towards the sky, and lengthening the neck. So it's not about cranking it back, but it's about inhaling length, drawing a line with your nose or your gaze up towards the sun, and then exhale, bring it down. So think about that. Hip distance apart, we'll do the sway. The sway. So, in these times, we have for the first time, starting a month or so ago, maybe 6 weeks ago now, maybe longer, the Chilton Public Library has a YouTube channel, which we had before, but it didn't really have much going on it. So we are currently building our YouTube channel with craft and goes for adults, with fairy, fantasy crafted Mondays and Wednesdays for kids, different activities for different people, mindful movements on Mondays, and also on Tuesdays, meditations with Joy Jordan. So all kinds of things are gradually coming together. We post them on our YouTube channel, so if you miss a Mindful Monday or whatever else it is you want to do, you can just go to YouTube, Chilton Public Library, and you'll see what we have. Now today I'd like us to think about, I was busy in the garden, picking, weeding, picking, harvesting, and then pruning. So I have a little bit of a lower back thing going on today. So I thought it would be a great opportunity for all of us to come to all fours. Come to all fours. And we'll do some nice, easy, fluid movements today that are going to help us smooth out our low backs. Inhale, raise your gaze, drop your belly. Exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tail, and roll it down to a child's pose, wherever yours is today. Then inhaling your face and chest forward and up with your inhale. Looking up, exhale, tucking and curling and rolling it down. So do this, linking your breath with your movement, with your range of motion this Monday morning. And maybe you're up here and you're not going very, you're just, wherever you're at, wherever your range of motion is, you're linking and exploring it with your breath. Sometimes we start small, and as we go, we find we can just go a little bit further. Inhaling, looking up, exhaling, tucking the chin, curling and rolling it down. And gradually, you can enlarge your range of motion, or just explore where it is for you today. It changes day to day, moment to moment, and that's just why it's called practice, not perfect. It's all about the practice. And the next time you come up to all fours, stand on your knees, shake your hands, shoulder circles. Find some nice shoulder circles. And this time, take your fingers wide, reach them down to the ground. This time we're going to inhale both our arms up to the sky, and exhale, sitting your butt back towards your heels as you bring your forehead towards the ground. Backs of your hands to the small of your back. Inhale, spreading your wings, looking to the sky. And exhaling the backs of your hands towards the small of the back as you come towards child. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, lowering. exploring the outer reaches of your being. And exhale, curling the cozy curl back down. And then let's come back to we're going to find our way onto the ground for bridging. We're going to first, before we do bridges, we'll do Apanasana, which is when our backs are on the floor, our heels are as close as comfortable to our sit bones, palms down, long by your side. And just for a moment, breathe and rest here. Connect with your breath. Deep, long inhale. Deep, long exhale. And then as you're ready, take your left hand to both hands to your left knee. And your right foot stays on the floor, your left hand comes up. We're going to inhale straight elbows. And exhale, just hug your thigh in towards your belly. Inhaling, lengthening the elbows. Exhaling, hugging that thigh towards your belly. Inhale, extending the arms. Exhale, hugging in. Inhale, straightening the arms. Exhale, a gentle squeeze. This time when you straighten your legs, bring your right leg up, switch your hands over to your right knee, take your left foot down to the ground. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, hug your right thigh towards your belly. Inhale, straightening the arms. Generally, we exhale and contract and squeeze, generally speaking. And when we inhale, we get long and expansive. Inhaling, lengthening, straightening the elbows. Exhaling, hugging in. Next time you're long, take both hands, lift your left knee up, left hand, left knee, right hand, right knee. We're going to do both legs together now where we inhale, long arms. Exhale, bend your elbows. Give your thighs a squeeze towards your belly. Inhale, straightening the arms, and exhale, hugging in. Now this time, let's take your right foot to the floor. We're going to take our hands behind the crease of our left knee. And we're going to inhale, straighten the legs, straighten your arms, flex your foot, heel to the sky. And then exhale, hug it in. Inhale, reach your heel to the sky, lengthen your elbows and your legs for a nice little hamstring stretch. And exhale, hug it back in. Inhale, reaching your leg long, straightening, arms long. Exhale, linking your exhale, your breath to your movement. Inhaling, reaching long. Exhaling, hugging in. And then take your left foot to the floor. Raise your right leg up, hands behind your knee crease. As we inhale, straighten our elbows and reach our right leg tall. And exhale, hug in. One side is usually stiffer than the other. That's normal. Exhaling, hugging your thigh towards your belly. And inhaling, reaching your leg long. Foot flexed, heel reaching to the sky. Exhaling, hugging in. Inhaling, reaching long. As we're doing this, check your gaze. Are you gazing straight up, or are your eyes shooting back behind you? Is your chin tilted back? If you can, think about tucking your chin gently so that your gaze is right. over your head. Now the next time we come to bent knees, bend your other knee up, and you guessed it, we're going to inhale, both legs long. Exhale, hugging towards the belly. Inhale, lengthening. Exhaling, hugging in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug and curl. Now, this next time you're curled, take your arms out to a T and take your knees to the right towards your right elbow and your gaze to the left for a nice twist. And we're just going to stay here for a couple of breaths, a few breaths. Inhaling your knees back to center. Take your knees to the right towards your left, that's to the left. Left to your left elbow, the other way that you didn't go last time. And look opposite. So your knees are left, your gaze is right. Your gaze is opposite to your knees. Palms up, arms at a T. And then come back to center. Kick your hands behind your knees again. See if you can sort of kick back and forth. Think about, we're going to do a roly-poly, a rock back and forth. So work your way up to it. And then come to a seated place, soles of your feet together for butterfly legs. And let's just sit tall. If it's hard to sit tall and you find yourself rounded, grab a pillow or a folded up blanket or a folded up towel, because if you lift your hips, it's easier for your back to be erect. And we really want to not be practicing in scrunchy positions. We want to be practicing, and it's all about lengthening your spine, sort of opening the spinal channels and creating length with our inhales. And if we are going to curl with our exhale, so be it, because that's a wonderful thing in exploring that reach and sort of flexion and the opposite, bending and stretching. So think about massaging your feet with your heels, getting into your inner arches here, and giving your feet some loving. We walk around on them all day and stand on them all day and don't really think about them too much. And so get on in there and give your feet a little Monday morning massage. Wake them up a little and thank them. Send gratitude down to your feet. Say we're getting ready for the week, getting ready for our Monday. Might as well do that with a little foot appreciation. I think that's a good idea. And then let's take our knees together. We're going to swing around onto our bellies. Find your way gently, however you get there, onto your belly is a good thing. And we're going to have sort of like grasshopper arms. So take your forehead to the mat. Your elbows are hugged in down by your body. So just take a breath here for a moment and think long. We're long. Our legs are together. The backs of our feet are gently pressing into the ground. And we're just going to inhale, press back on your hands. Inhale, look up. And exhale, come down. So thinking about, as we do this, pulling back on our hands and allowing our back muscles to raise us up, looking up, and exhale, lowering down. This is a nice lengthening, strengthening, gentle back. Inhaling, finding your gaze, looking up, exhaling, back down to the ground. One last one as we inhale, pull back on your hands, look to the sky, and exhale, lower. This time, as we do it, same position, our hands are in our sort of under your shoulders, elbows hugged in towards the body. This time we're going to inhale, raise your legs and your gaze as you come up. Exhale, keep your legs lifted, look down to the ground. Inhale back up and lift, and exhale lower. Take a breath. And then with your next inhale, lift your legs, lift your chest. Inhaling, looking up. And exhaling, coming halfway down with your forehead. Your legs are still lifted, and gradually exhale down. Take a breath. Inhale, raise your legs, raise your chest. Inhaling, looking up. Exhale, your forehead parallel to the ground, and gradually lower back down. This time, and now just wiggle your thighs and your butt fat from side to side. A nice little fluid movement there. This time, we're going to do a cobra. We're going to pull back on our hands, inhaling, and sort of sway as you come up. A little sway movement, and sway down with your exhale. We're going to do 2 more of those with your inhale swaying up, and your exhale swaying down. Inhale, swaying up. And exhale, swaying down. And then we'll roll back onto our backs. Taking your feet, the outer edges of your feet parallel to the outer edges of your mat. And your arms can be comfortably at a 45, wherever they're comfortable for you. Windshield wipers. So we're going to inhale, center. Exhale, knees right, look left. Inhale, center. Knees left, look right. And just always inhale, center. And with your exhale, take your gaze one way, your knees the other. Inhaling back to center. And exhaling that nice twist. It also helps our hips. And again, coming back to our backs, back to our backs, center, breathe, notice what you feel. And this time we'll play with some bridging at our bridge place, where as you're ready for your next inhale, you're going to press to your feet and take your hips to the sky. Arms are long, palms down by your side, inhaling up. And then as you exhale, you're going to unwind your spine, vertebra by vertebra, back down to the ground. When you get there, pause. And with your next inhale, press to the feet, roll yourself up into bridge, press parallel feet, parallel thighs, pushing through the feet a little bit, and then exhale, rolling vertebra by vertebra, back down. When you get to the bottom, take a breath. And then on your next inhale, peel yourself up with an inhale, pressing through your feet, feeling your shoulders and neck maybe lengthening. And with your exhale, lowering down vertebra by vertebra. And then take a breath. This time, we're going to synchronize our arms with our bridge. So we're going to inhale, peeling ourselves up as our arms raise to the sky and then come to the ground behind us as we reach the peak of our bridge. And then exhale, lowering, synchronizing the lowering of the arms with the lowering of your back, vertebra by vertebra. And when you breathe the ground, take a pause. And then inhale, reaching up over your head. Exhale, lowering. Pause, take a breath. And one last one as we inhale, rising up to bridge. Exhale, lower. keep our arms by our sides, palms down. We're going to inhale back up to bridge with our arms staying down by our sides. And this time explore your bridge. Maybe you clasp your hands along the floor, lift your butt, roll your shoulders, pushing through your feet, feeling a nice, lifting your chest towards your chin and your chin to the sky. One more breath here. And then gradually release your hands and lower vertebra by vertebra. Nice. And again, taking our hands behind our knees, Apanasana, inhale, lengthen the elbows, exhale, hug the thighs in towards the belly. Let's roll onto our side and come up to a place where our toes are tucked under and we're sitting on our heels, stretching the bottoms of our feet. Hands at rib cage. As we inhale our three-dimensional rib cage breathing and exhale belly to spine. Let's come to our all fours and get your knees under your hips, your hands, your paws spread wide, point your fingers leading the way, tuck your toes under. Let's find a down dog today. Lift your hips to the sky, walk your dog, pedal one foot, then the other. You can raise up on your heel, toes, and lower the heels. You can play around, explore your morning stretch, your morning dog stretch. And then, let's inhale up our dog and we can come into our plank. You may have to scooch your feet back. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale to dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to dog. Do that 2 more times with your breath, your flow, your movement. And then let's find our plank and take 3 nice, long, full, expansive breaths here. If you need to take your knees down, you can take your knees down to plank and lift your heels, glue your legs together that way. So however you want to do your plank this morning, either on your knees, or there, and then when you come to the top, look forward, and exhale, bend your elbows back towards your side as we come back down onto our belly. With our grasshopper arms, forehead to the mat, elbows reaching back towards our hips. We're going to pull back with our hands, inhale, look up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under and either come to your all fours and then down dog or to your down dog. However you want to do it. With each exhale, tummy towards spine. Take your right leg tall, one knee facing long, so straight out behind you. And then we're going to exhale it towards your tummy. Take a breath. And then step it forward. And we'll find our warrior one. So here I am in warrior one. Hip, headlight, hips. Let's take our legs straight actually. Arms down, shoulders up, around, down, and back. We're going to inhale, sink that front knee and open. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Inhale, sink, open the chest. Exhale, embrace. 2 more with your breath. Inhaling, bending the front knee, opening the chest. Exhaling, giving yourself a hug. And then, wave, shake, flap the hands. We're going to pivot, we're going to take it to a straddle, and we're going to inhale our arms out, parallel, exhale, hinge forward. Take your arms down under your shoulders. Maybe you have a block here, or a book here, maybe you're here, wherever you are, your fingertips. We're going to take one arm towards the middle body, and inhale your right arm up to the sky. Take a couple of breaths here, enjoying this nice twist. Perhaps you're looking up to the sky. You can inhale, look up, and with your head, exhale, look down. And inhale, look up. And then with this time, we'll bring your right arm back down, put it in the middle of your body, and then take your left arm up. And enjoy the sailing, the flying of your wings. And again, you can inhale, look up. Exhale, take your head down and look down at your hand. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, look back down here. Take your fingertips long. And then exhale, bend your elbows and take your forward fold to wherever it is for you today. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, bending your elbows back. Maybe you walk your hands back. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, a nice fold. Nod your head yes. And then sway your head back and forth the other way. And then toe heel, and find a nice squat. Find your squat this morning. Maybe your squat is here. And maybe your squat is down here. Maybe your squat is with toes up in the air. Wherever your personal squat is, find it. And then enjoy a nice prayer hands with your elbows pushing out against your knees and your knees kind of hugging in gently. Again, that oppositional action to activate those inner leg muscles. And then if you like, we can take our hands hip to shoulder distance apart. Take your butt to the sky. Take your heels together and come up on your toes. And walk your hands back under your shoulders. So you can play with crow. So maybe your crow is just taking your back of your arms to your shins and you're just playing with shifting weight. It's a weight shift balance. Don't think muscly strength. Think more balance, fulcrum, core. Because with your exhale, you're going to activate your core muscles. Maybe you lift one leg up. Maybe you lift the other leg up. And maybe you shift your weight forward and do one or the other. This is all, if you fall over, you fall over, right? You just play with it. So play with you can just stay here too and just get more weight on your wrists and forearms and rock back and forth. However you want to do that, you do that. Then we'll come back to our long legs in front of us for a final twist as we inhale. Our right leg up, cross it over, hug your left arm around your right leg. Give it a nice hug. Flex gently your long leg. Inhale, think inhaling length. And exhale, you take your arm back behind you, fingertips. Inhale, length, exhale, that tummy to spine core. And just gradually, gently, find your twist. Again, it's not a muscly kind of, you're not bringing yourself out forcefully. You're inhaling length and exploring your turn. Now, you maybe stay with your chin over your chest and stay there. Or you can, let's all stay there, but then let's play with our owl eyes. We're going to take our eyes and owly look around back behind you, and then exhale your owl eyes the other way. And just to breathe ease and owliness, kind owliness into your neck rotation. we'll come back, give your knee a hug, send it out long, take the other one up, cross it over, right arm, left knee, inhaling that length, gentle activation of the long leg in front of you. Take your left arm, with your left arm out, and let's just, this time we'll take our eyes and gaze and follow it back behind us. Take your arm down. Just play around with different ways to get into and out of twists. And then this time we'll take our owl eyes, and again we'll explore our neck rotation, looking back and forth with our imaginary owliness. And then bring it to a nice, easy, cross-legged pose. Where together we'll sit with our hands on our knees. And again here, if you're finding yourself crunched, fold up a towel, get a blanket, lift your hips. It'll really help your spine elongate. Close your eyes as together we inhale and exhale. Taking your hands to heart, as together we set the intention this Monday morning for kind feels, kind feelings, kind hearts. Breathe. Filling our hearts with kindness. Thumbs to our mouths, kind words, filling our lungs and our vocal cords and our voices with kind words. Breathing kindness. And then thumbs to forehead, kind thoughts. Together, breathing and filling our hearts, words and minds with kind thoughts, deeds, and actions. May you all have a good week. Kindness rules. Let's do it. So thank you for coming again. If you'd like to check out the Chilton Public Library YouTube station, we are there. Our channel, Chilton Public Library. Go to YouTube, Chilton Public Library. See what you can find. There might be some nice, fun tools there for you to enjoy your summer with. And I will see you again next Monday. You have a great week. Bye now.